Hello everyone, Xfluent here, and today I just finished campaign, and I just wanted to make short video and compare basically the Witch Necromancer uh, Absolution versus SRS, because I just tried SRS, and holy, it's just insanely powerful. I mean, insanely at that level that I still having my shield, which is white from like Act 1. And most of my gear is like pretty crap. But I'll explain that in a shortly. I will go over my items, over everything, and how insanely powerful this is, even though we're running a duo in the party. So monster had 50% more HP. So, and there was any problems at all. So if you would run alone, this would be way a lot easier, and you can just blast through campaign basically with whatever you find. And if you cannot find, you can just take like this, just white shield, and do not worry about anything. So for now, probably I'll just show you my short overview. So as you can see, we're Necromancer. We just finished Act 10, so basically our resistance is dropped, but in the campaign it was almost capped, well, not counting chaos resistance. And basically that's it. So what I did on here, basically whenever you start leveling, I think you can use SRS from level 6, if I'm not mistaken, and I was just using them from level 6 onwards until this time, and they just destroy like everyone around, and you don't need to worry about anything. So first of all, probably let's go over the items real quick. Even though my items are like literally trash, I just want to show you that you don't really need any kind of equipment to finish campaign, especially if you want to run Necromancer. It works on any other classes as well. It depends on where your starting position is, but in my case it was so easy, it just insanely. So in comparison to Absolution, because I did some test runs prior this patch Keepers League, I did with Absolution, and basically I would probably tell that with SRS it's like almost twice as fun and faster than to go with Absolution. So first of all, weapon wand. For the wand, basically minion damage. I was focusing only on minion damage, and that's it. Nothing else. Zero sockets. I'm not using anything there. On a helmet, this helm is probably also from like Act 2 or 3. Here I was just checking, just wanted to get basically the links, so I didn't even check the any stats on it, because I wanted just Purity of Elements and Summon Stone Golem on this. Then for the shield, well, just for the 3 sockets basically. So using shield charge, summon skitterbots, and clarity. Armor I got at Act 4 with 5 links, gambling, and basically I just got this all the colors which I needed. And the armor we're using main skills, which is Summon Raging Spirit together with melee splash support, minion damage support, unleash support, and melee physical damage support. And in this way we just annihilate all the enemies around. Ring, one of those bone ring, I found it on the ground basically just because of minion elemental res and increase in attack speed for minions. Another ring is like just nothing. Okay, a little bit attributes, but basically that's nothing. Amulet, it's same story, plus 4 elemental resistances, so basically it requires level 16. So that's like Act 2, right? So as you can see, my items are quite bad. This one I found as the drop. I just kept it just because of movement speed. So basically we're basically all the time full life. We are getting a 35 increased movement speed in here. For the belt, requires level 8. So this is like from Act 1 belt, which just gives a little bit resistances and life. And for the gloves, I went for these gloves because they're like from Act 1 or 2 as well. But I just went for them because of the four links. So in those 4 links, we're using Ray Zombie, Minion Life support, Combustion support, and Feeding Frenzy support. So basically, whenever those Ray Zombies hit enemies, we are getting Feeding Frenzy, and since we are getting Feeding Frenzy, our SRS getting Feeding Frenzy, and so this is one of the ways to scale our damage. For the Flask, it's just basically whatever you can find. For the graft, I'm using Return to Dust, the Wool graft, just because of those slams. It's just really nice. As you can see, any mod, I don't have any modifiers which would help me. Okay, increase global physical damage, maybe it helps us a little bit, but there's basically just put whatever you can, and that's it. So for the auras, we're running summon skitterbots just to get chill and shock effect, so we just our SRSs can do much more damage to them. Then we're using summon stone golem just for increased defenses, and so minions have all elemental resistances. Purity of elements, well, self-explanatory. We're immune to ailments, and it gives us bunch of elemental resistances. And clarity, just to have some a little bit of mana regeneration. So basically that's it. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, and just you can just go through with such items which is basically nothing. Like they do not cost anything, not even one alchemy orb. I mean, it's just vendor food. Even with those items, you can just finish campaign really easy, really fast without worrying much. Just blast through campaign. So this is how SRS is really powerful is. And most important thing is, even right now we are not using any poison SRS. Even without poison, it's really good and really fast. So if we can incorporate like switch between melee physical damage into the poison, we would do even more damage in this case. But I just simply didn't do anything. As you can see, I still have 13 skill points available because I haven't done anything, and we can just go through skill tree real fast. So as you can see, Ascendancy, Necromancer. For Necromancer, first points in the lab, you're taking obviously Commander of Darkness, just for the increased damage and plus 30 to all elemental resistances for you and your minions. And second points goes here for increased maximum life, maximum damage, and maximum damage and life for minions as well. And here I just was basically going for most of the minion nodes here, because for now I'll just go with a poison SRS, and I will just switch, as you can see by the name. I'll go with a any like chain of commands, and then we'll see where go from there. So basically it's pretty simple how I did leveled up. We're just basically taking first all these enduring bond nodes, and minion have 30% increased area of effect. I think this one you can get like in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at around level 9, so after killing Brutus, I believe. And with this one you can already blast with the SRS and have no worries about that. So basically I just took those nodes and just traveled, picked all of those other minion nodes, like here, some life regen and so on. I grabbed some spell block damage, but this I grabbed only like after level 50 or so, because at early levels you don't need any to worry about anything. You're just SRS, your SRS just kills everyone. So I just took some later some life and ES nodes. Then we took some mana reservation nodes, and we put all the wheel here for increased for minion damage nodes and so on. And here we have minion heads have 50% to ignore enemy physical damage reduction. After that, I basically took all the life nodes, which is like here. We took some spell damage, some stats right here, also life as well. As you can see, my life is still pretty low, but it doesn't really matter because we just can run through campaign easily. Then we took some of the nodes for raised zombies and some minion nodes right here, just for a little bit of spell block damage. But those like points we took way later in a campaign, like in Act 7 or so. And here we just went for all this minion wheel node for increased attack speed for minions, and minions had 20% chance to gain Unholy Might on 4 seconds on kill. And after that, whenever I just went like this, then I branched like this, and after that I just went down here. We just took some life nodes here and some basic chaos resistant nodes, and minions have 8% chance to deal double damage as well. So basically that's it. As you can see, I still have 13 points undistributed because I just simply didn't need that. I just could blast through the maps, like through the campaign, even like this. So the purpose of this video is, if you want, you can run with any kind of gear if you want, especially if you want to do SRS. It doesn't matter which class you're running. If you're planning witch, that's perfect. If you're planning something else, you can just go with I don't know, even marauder. It doesn't matter. You can just really quite fast take all the minion nodes and just level like this, and you will not have any kind of issues like at all, because as you can see, my gear is like literally trash. But even with that, you can just blast through campaign without any worries and without any issues. So basically, you don't need to spend any kind of currency. You can just buy from items from NPC, and after that, you can just get whatever you want, because all my items, they do not worth more than 1 chaos all combined. So it just like that. So basically that's it for this build. I'll just, as I said, I'll just keep progressing to the chain of commands, and probably we'll do some blight maps and see how it goes there. But for now, that's it. So thanks for watching, stay chill, hit hard, and see you in the next one.